at the San Paolo Stadium in Naples. The referee today is Mr. Triosi. And as in so many matches at this time of year, for every glorious winner, there's a tragic loser. And that's certainly the case here. A draw merely extends the agony of not knowing the season's outcome. Relegation or safety for Napoli, the Scudetto or second place, possibly even third place for Roma. So this truly is what it's all about. And Del Vecchio wanting to get off to a good start. He's in the centre. Del Vecchio all the way, still going. Well, it was blocked with a desperate challenge right on the edge of the 6-yard box. Well, that would have been a phenomenal beginning to the game. Marco Del Vecchio and Francesco Totti both scored for the national team in the World Cup qualifier a week ago against Georgia. It was perhaps that international goal that gave Del Vecchio the edge over Vincenzo Montella. Once again, he is left frustrated on the bench. Cafu just hurls it forward. It was desperate times for Napoli. Currently in third last position. Of course, 4 teams are relegated. Very close at the bottom with Regina on 33 points. Napoli are on 32, by the way. Lecce and Vicenza are also on 33. Udinese on 35. 2 rounds remaining. So Napoli cannot afford to lose. It's a dangerous free kick and a flick on. Well, thumbs up was the signal there from the number 9, Nicola Amoruso. Eight goals so far this season for him. This is his first season at Napoli after joining from Perugia. Well, no surprise, in the 55,000 fans here today, there are 18,000 travelling Roma fans. They have proven themselves to be great supporters of the team away from home. Amoruso again. Well, there's never been a shortage of work rate with Nicola Amoruso, even in his stints with other clubs, in particular with Juventus. He was there for 4 years. He's played at Sampdoria and Padova as well. This is Bocchetti. A lot of time to turn there, and the ball runs through. This is Edmundo. Good hit. Well, he needs a goal. His team needs a goal, and that was almost a goal. Great try by Edmundo. Top save there from Antonioli. A real power behind the shot. Well, although it wasn't too far away from the goalkeeper, it was travelling at such speed that it required a very good save indeed. Tomasi now incisive through the centre of the park, and he was brought down. Well, Salvatore Fresi is the player to go into the referee's book. Great run from Tomasi, got past 2 in the midfield, just got stopped when he took on Fresi. What a season he's had, Damiano Tomasi. I'm not sure that he even would have got to a little touch around Fresi there, because there was plenty of covering defenders. Well, Roma 4 ahead of Juventus. 2 rounds remaining. They can seal the Scudetto today for Fabio Capello with 3 points. As the shot comes in, it's dribbled through. The goalkeeper saw it late. Del Vecchio across the goal. And a nice stop in the end from Francesco Mancini. Well, it was the sort of parry down from the goalkeeper that a player like Montella would have been sniffing around looking for. Tomasi goes back to Zago. This is Walter Samuel. When these two sides met in the first round in Rome, it was Roma 3, Napoli 0. Convincing win. Napoli have far more at stake today than they had on that particular occasion when they were just after the 3 points. There's far more weight upon the 3 points today for them. Their first season back in Serie A, looking to make a big impact. It hasn't happened. They changed their coach, Zdenek Zeman, early on in the season. But this is a great move by Napoli. Players forward as well. Little chip across. Loose ball is there. Well, not a good clearance. It will be a goal kick in the end, but all of a sudden Napoli had players to spare as they overlapped down the right-hand side. Edmundo was in the centre. He came forward to meet the ball and just couldn't quite get there. That was the challenge there on Di Francesco. Hasn't had too many starts this year, Eusebio Di Francesco. Been a pretty settled lineup for Fabio Capello for most of the season. 1 or 2 changes at the back, but the midfield has been pretty solid, as well as the front 2 or 3. Kept in. Bocchetti into the area. Still going Bocchetti across. Well, Amoruso saying that should be a corner. Top quality defending this at the near post by Walter Samuel. Certainly came off Amoruso. And that was just a delight from the young 19-year-old for Napoli, Antonio Bocchetti. This is just his 4th appearance this season. Allowed to run an awfully long way into the attacking third of the park. Here's Marco Del Vecchio. That's a great tackle. Clean as well as timed perfectly. And a good pass as well. All of a sudden, Roma are stretched. This is Amoruso. Well, Cafu forced to come all the way back. Amoruso waiting for supporters, not really any players to help him out. In the end, he did well to keep possession and work the free kick. That's the Napoli coach, Emiliano Mondonico. Amoruso, very much the most focal player for Napoli in the opening minutes. It's a straightforward 3-5-2 formation for Napoli as the free kick comes in. It's looped up, free header! Oh! Edmundo! I don't think he could believe the amount of room he had there. And I don't think Fabio Capello could believe that he missed it. Seemed to do everything right, technically, jumped perfectly, headed down towards the corner, and just past the post. Roma, a season of incredible consistency. Napoli, exactly the opposite. I certainly would have said before the game that Roma were red-hot favourites, but when there's such high stakes, more upsets seem to occur. Can Roma keep their cool? Can Napoli steal something on the counter-attack here? That's a fine pass and a good shot. Well, he started well, hasn't he, Antonio Bocchetti? Certainly it's been Napoli who've had the better chances in the first few minutes. 3 or 4 times now they've got good strikes on goal. There's no Mauricio Pineda for Napoli today. He is embroiled in the false passport mess. He's currently suspended from playing. Roma with plenty of players forward. Napoli in no hurry to get forward. And Maruso with the layoff. Now they start to get some forward from midfield. This is a good run and a good pass as well. Oh, and that's a fine goal! Nicola Amoruso. Terrific strike from him. He's been threatening all match. But that was a quality goal. Not just the finish from Amoruso, but the build-up was quite brilliant as well. So, is there an upset on the cards here for Emiliano Mondonico? This was a great run from midfield. It was just threaded forward by Fabio Pecchia, but great finish that by Nicola Amoruso. Not an easy charge by any stretch. Brilliant run from Pecchia. And Amoruso, first time, got to the ball before Walter Samuel. And that's a fine strike. So this isn't part of the plan for Roma, for sure. The referee adamant it's a free kick to the Roman team. There was a break in the Serie A competition last week. So we take yet another look, and maybe even have come off the toe there of Amoruso as he stretched for that. So it's 2 weeks ago now that Roma drew 1-1 with Milan. Napoli drew with Udinese. Goal number 9 for the season for Amoruso. This is Battistuta over the ball. Zabina. Samuel. Tomasi. Everyone's marked up. Everybody back for Napoli. Well, the complaint there by the Napoli defences against Francesco Totti for taking a dive, but he wants them to keep quiet about it all. Well, can Napoli, first of all, just hang on to half-time? Go in at the break, a goal up. Would be a real boost for their fortunes. Well, that's a great ball. This is Del Vecchio. Played it across early, it's a corner. Well, the Montella-Del Vecchio feud continues. And Del Vecchio seems to come out on top pretty much every week. And if Roma do take the Scudetto, Vincenzo Montella can know that he has well and truly played his part. 13 goals so far this season, 8 of them as he's come off the bench. And that's a near post ball, it's a goal! It was Battistuta. Well, Napoli guilty of not defending the front post there. Everybody missed it. And Gabriel Battistuta looked an easy goal, but it came across pretty quickly. He took it on the half volley, and well, for a man like him, it probably was an easy goal. But what went wrong for Napoli? Players jumped, everybody missed it. The goalkeeper wasn't really keen to come out and get the ball. Battistuta took advantage of that. Well, a couple of Napoli players ducked there, as you'll see, and defending like that can cost you football games. So Roma are back on track pretty quickly with an equaliser from Battistuta. There's so many travelling fans, it's almost like a home game for them. Totti now in the final stages of the first half. Fresi striding out with the ball and just plays the ball out because one of his teammates is injured. Just try and see what happened here. Totti, well, he just accidentally kneed Marek Jankulovski in the back. Jankulovski is the Czech Republic international who joined this season from Baník Ostrava. Well, now Fresi's down off the park, which is a little strange because he was the player that just knocked it into touch. Amoruso just wants to play football, as every striker does when they've already got one goal in the first half. Napoli have had some pretty tough games of late, and this is another one for them. They started so brightly, though. They were really taking the game to Roma. Certainly they had by far the better opportunities in front of goal, and finally Nicola Amoruso found the back of the net with a fine strike. But just prior to half-time, Gabriel Batistuta stepped up once again, as he so often does. The home side will go in at the break, taking great heart from this fine move. It was the through ball from Pecchia to set up Amoruso for the opening goal of the game. At half-time here in Naples, it's Napoli 1, Roma 1. Welcome back to the San Paolo Stadium in Naples. 1-1 the half-time score, and the news from the Napoli bench is that Fresi has had to go off at half-time, and replacing him will be the 27-year-old Moroccan defender Abdellah Saba, who joined this season after 4 seasons at Sporting Lisbon. It's not the best of starts for the Napoli defence, as Batistuta trying to steal the ball. In the end, the whistle goes. Well, really tough games of late for Napoli. They suffered 3 straight defeats versus Regina, Parma and Lazio. They only scored 3 goals in those 3 games and conceded 11. That really tells the story of their season. The last 2 games, though, they've had a win and a draw versus Verona and Udinese to just keep the optimism up amongst the fans that they can squeak out of relegation. Next week's final round of matches may still play a part in both personal battles here. Roma are at home to Parma, Napoli are at Fiorentina. Tomasi had the ball away just a little cheaply. Zago takes over. He's waiting for a new and improved contract to stay at Roma. Doesn't appear to be forthcoming, but he's forthcoming. He still goes forward. This is a great run from Zago. Well, in the end, it was a pretty good stop by Francesco Mancini, but we've seen so often this season the quality of the 31-year-old Brazilian coming forward. Zago got the ball back from Emerson. Scuffed his shot just slightly. If he'd hit it sweetly, it surely would have been a goal. And helping out the goalkeeper was the substitute Saba. Batistuta. In fact, that's Totti just turning away. And pushed off the ball there, Totti, by Claudio Hussein. He's not happy that the decision go his way. Great ball skills. He's had a fantastic season, the Roma captain. Hussein, the Argentinian international, doing whatever he has to do to stop him. This is Facundo Quiroga, another Argentinian. He didn't look the most comfortable goalkeeper there, did he? Mancini with the ball at his feet, and it's been given away. Tomasi was going forward. Well, the whistle's gone there. Not quite sure what that was for. It seemed to be fairly a reasonable tangle between Amoroso and Zago. Cafu. Good ball in. There's Totti! Oh, that's a wonderful goal. Perhaps even a championship-winning goal from Francesco Totti. Well, the defence complains. Was there a hint of handball there? Well, they do say when you're at the bottom of the ladder, things just don't go right. Decisions don't go your way. But at first glance, at least, it looked a marvellous strike by Francesco Totti. Goal number 12 for the season. Regardless of whether it was handball or not, the goal will count. We'll take another look here. And, well, that certainly appeared to hit the hand of Totti, no doubt about that. All the appeals were up. A couple of defenders even stopped. And that's how obvious it was. Incredible. The referee missed it. All the defenders were appealing. They could not believe it when Mr. Triosi said the goal stands, but stand it does. Napoli 1, Roma 2. Edmundo still taking up the case with the referee. The player getting ready to come on there for Roma is Cristiano Zanetti, by the look of things. If the result stays as it is now, there's the incident again in super slow-mo, and not much doubt about the fact that Totti handled the ball there. That's a great run by Cafu, but real speed from the defender there. But if the result stands at 2-1, Roma will be crowned champions, and Napoli will almost certainly face football in Serie B next season. So Zanetti is going to come on, a midfielder. Looks like Del Vecchio who is making way. So straight away, Fabio Capello is making a move to bolster his midfield, taking off the striker, putting on an extra midfielder. There's a long way to go in the match. So Batistuta will be the lone striker with Totti just behind him. Fabio Capello gambling there, as every coach does. If you take on that kind of job, you must be a born gambler, really. Zanetti getting involved very quickly indeed. Here he goes again. Well, there wasn't too many players forward with them, was there? Plenty of midfielders kept behind the ball by Roma. One of them was Tomasi. Tomasi going outside Cafu. Napoli very much staring right down the barrel now. And it's not a pleasant sight. Cafu will keep this in. It's a good cross. At the back post was Batistuta. Well, Fabio Capello made the comment recently that Batistuta is just indispensable, as his mere presence frightens opponents, and certainly there when he was coming from behind the defender and the defender didn't know where he was almost able to punish him. That cross is too deep. They've been saying for several weeks now that Roma can only lose the title from the positions they've been in. It just puts extra pressure on everybody, and that was a goalkeeping howler there. Mancini came out and was just waving wildly. That's Francesco Moriero. Wants to get on with the game quickly. Now he does. Mundo dropping off very deeply. Oh, and they've given the ball away in a terrible area. Tomasi just helps it on. Well, this could be it for Roma. Only the goalkeeper to beat. Oh, tremendous stop from Mancini. Cafu could have won the title there for Roma with that finish. Well, Napoli are offside. But what a moment there. The whole season at stake, and it was straight at Mancini. Well, he did well to get both hands on the ball. And that is a nice ball, and the flag stays down. Oh, brilliant challenge that from Samuel. Was it? No, he's been... Well, it's been adjudicated a free kick. Could so easily have been a penalty, but it's just outside the area. Well, the drama continues here. Where was the first bit of contact? It was outside, no doubt about that. Well, Francesco Moriero, I'm not so sure that that was a foul, you know. I think Moriero swung and missed the ball. Well, Capello's asking the question. Let's see. Well, definitely Moriero missed the ball. Totally as well. And Samuel's challenge did make contact. So Napoli with a great opportunity here to get back in this game. And it's through the wall, it's through, it's a goal! And it's Fabio Pecchia. Would you believe it? Napoli are still alive. Well, around 10 minutes remaining for Mondonico's side. They are still in this match. They are still in Serie A. Look at the hugs on the terraces. It means so much, but what happened to the wall? There was a huge gap there between Zanetti and Emerson. I thought for a moment there that Antonioli had managed to get it. He wasn't expecting it to go through the wall. It caught him by surprise. He got his hands on the ball, but it just bounced awkwardly in front of him. Well, instantly, Capello makes his move. Montella will come on, and it's midfielder Tomasi who makes way. Well, Roma will feel that the championship was almost theirs. They could taste it, but it's been whisked away by Napoli, and in particular by Fabio Pecchia. And ironically, Napoli's goal scorers today in Pecchia and Amoruso are both former Juventus players. Is there a winner here for somebody, as Edmundo just holds off Emerson brilliantly. Moriero, still Moriero. Well, it's Napoli now who can sense the victory. This is Di Francesco. Zago, a rare mistake for him. Just enough on the ball there, Samuel, to slow it down. Well, this situation is absolutely tailor-made for this man, Montella. At times he has spoken out. He's gone through here. Great save. Oh, the flag was down as well. Was that the moment for Montella? Zanetti. Well, he's spoken about Fabio Capello and his disappointment at not being selected at times. He was easily onside then, Montella. But he's often rescued Roma and really kept them in the season at times, and he could have won the Scudetto for them with that shot there. There is still time for an incredible finish. 3 minutes, in fact. Roma forward again. Montella. Well, Fabio Capello, a man who has won many Scudettos in his time, but none of them taste as good as the latest one. As Totti won't get to that one. Napoli, the side who were relegated back in 97-98. Huge financial problems. They're back in Serie A for the first time this season. Desperate to stay there. They feel they belong there. Montella will keep it in. That was well done by Vincenzo Montella. Still going, Montella. He probably wants to go all on his own. He scored a brilliant equaliser against Milan a couple of weeks ago. An absolute gem when he chipped the goalkeeper. Just over 60 seconds remaining. Antonioli helps it out quickly to Zabina. Capello is making every pass, he's making every run with his players. That's a great tackle. Superb work in defence there by Quiroga. Still Roma come in search of a championship-winning goal. Zanetti. Well, the whistle's gone there. It's a foul against Edmundo. A pretty shaky start to his Napoli career, Edmundo, but of late he's been playing pretty well. Players free on the left. Zago. Barely 10 seconds left. Into the area. Well, it's going to finish a draw here. An extraordinary game. Roma felt they had one hand on the title. They felt it was theirs, but Napoli snatched it away right at the death with a goal 10 minutes from the end by Fabio Pecchia. Napoli will feel that it was justified given the quite obvious handball by Francesco Totti as he scored Roma's second goal to put them into a 2-1 lead. We'll have to come back again next week before the Scudetto and the relegation battle is decided. A brilliant match. Napoli 2, Roma 2.
So close, yet so far for Roma. Totti's goal almost did the trick, but it also caused a major stir. Did the captain handball before beating Francesco Mancini?
Abbiamo visto tutto, insomma, che Totti l'ha stoppata con il braccio. 11 giocatori hanno visto lo stop di braccio di Totti, tranne l'arbitro.
Fallo di mano c'è stato o no?
No.
Assolutamente non l'hai toccata con la mano?
No.
Questo puoi garantirlo?
Ancora non l'ho rivisto, però non penso.
Siamo venuti qua per fare festa, non c'è stata la festa, quindi piedi per terra, pensiamo alla partita contro il Parma.
Juventus in blue regained second spot after its third consecutive victory and travelled to Vicenza hoping to extend a 9-match unbeaten streak. The visitors starting the penultimate round 4 points off the pace, so a loss today or a Roma victory would end any chances of snatching the title. Juventus had its mind on the job, and after a relatively slow opening half hour, the all-important breakthrough arrived on 36 minutes. Alessandro Del Piero nodding home his 9th goal of the season after connecting with Igor Tudor's pinpoint cross. Del Piero turned provider 3 minutes later. French striker David Trezeguet repaid his manager's faith yet again after taking Filippo Inzaghi's place in attack. On target in his last 4 matches, Trezeguet has now overtaken the Italian international as the club's leading scorer. Early in the second half, Trezeguet completed a great move with his 13th league goal. It effectively killed off Vicenza, who must beat Udinese away next week to maximise its chances of avoiding the drop into Serie B. As for Juventus, with victory assured, all eyes were on Napoli's clash with Roma. A draw there means the title race will go down to the wire. Juventus entertain Atalanta on the final day and Roma take on Parma. Just 2 points the difference now after Juve trailed by 9 in April. And despite its gallant comeback, strong rumours persist that coach Carlo Ancelotti will make way next season for the return of Marcello Lippi.
Diciamo questo, che preferiremmo che si aspettassero questi 90 minuti che devono ancora arrivare, e quando arriveranno questi 90 minuti a quel punto le carte sono tutte sul tavolo e allora faremo i nostri commenti finali.
Lazio remains an outside chance of taking back-to-back titles after accounting for a depleted Fiorentina. Roberto Mancini rested Francesco Toldo, Rui Costa and Enrico Chiesa ahead of the Italian Cup final return leg against Parma. It was clear Fiorentina had its mind elsewhere. Lazio running riot from the opening whistle. The Argentine duo of Claudio Lopez and Hernan Crespo proving a handful. Stand-in keeper Giuseppe Taglialatella under siege as Lopez delivered a measured cross for Crespo. Of the top 3 teams, Lazio has collected the most points since round 25 and was aiming for its 7th win in 9 matches. Again, Lopez and Crespo combined, but Fiorentina defender Alessandro Pierini got the final touch. Just before the break, Crespo ran onto a Lopez pass and tucked away his 24th goal of the season. The former River Plate and Parma striker joining AC Milan's Andrei Shevchenko at the top of the scorers chart. More of the same in the second half, with Lazio doing all the attacking. The Roman club would love nothing more than to deny its city rivals the title, but finishing second carries the prize of direct Champions League qualification. It's the type of financial boost which may help Lazio retain the likes of Pavel Nedved, who's become a primary target for Juventus. Indeed, there could be major changes next season. Paulo Negro is also rumoured to be leaving. He put Lazio further ahead with a rare goal after 55 minutes. It has been a long way back from knee surgery for Lopez, but it seems there's still some way to go to rediscover his scoring touch. Goals were obviously the last thing on Lazio's mind, and he could even afford to give away a golden chance to make it 4-0. A penalty was awarded, but Nedved admitted there was no foul in a great display of sportsmanship. The 3-0 defeat does no damage to Fiorentina, who has already secured a UEFA Cup spot. Lazio remains in third, 3 points behind Roma, and next week travels to Lecce with a slight chance of forcing a playoff.
Però dobbiamo certamente fare il possibile per non avere recriminazioni.
Parma can afford to sit back, having secured 4th spot and a berth in the Champions League, while Verona is fighting for survival. Attilio Perotti's team in white desperately needed the points, but the visitors had not won away from home all season. However, with Parma already in holiday mode, it was an ideal opportunity to catch the home side napping. Slack defending saw Adailton sneak in at the far posts. Verona went ahead though from the penalty spot after Antonio Benarrivo clattered into Adrian Mutu. Defender Massimo Oddo stepping up, and it was 1-0 with 32 minutes on the clock. After the interval, Parma increased the pressure, and Italian striker Marco Di Vaio could smell an equaliser. He connected this time around, but not with the target. Midway through the half, it was 1-1. A lucky bounce put Marcio Amoroso into the clear, and his 3-month goal-scoring drought was over. It appeared to be heading for a draw after claims for a penalty were ignored, and Adailton wasted the loose ball. Renzo Olivieri's unbeaten record at home over the second half of the competition finally came to an end. Verona's desperation proving the difference 5 minutes from time. Michele Cosato sent shockwaves around Italy. In fact, Napoli officials questioned the manner in which Parma conducted itself and whether it played to its full potential. Juventus and Lazio are depending on Parma to beat Roma next Sunday, but how will the team respond after the midweek cup final against Fiorentina?
Il Parma come si comporterà a Roma?
Speriamo meglio di oggi. Meglio di quanto abbiamo fatto oggi, speriamo, la speranza è questa. Certo giocheremo mercoledì una partita importantissima, speriamo di recuperare energia.
Leonardo on the right was made honorary captain for AC Milan in his final home match before returning to Brazil next season. Brescia made the trip to the San Siro Stadium with nothing to play for after securing its future in the top flight, at least for another season. Christian Abbiati replaced the injured Sebastiano Rossi in goal after 30 minutes and was called on almost immediately to make a simple save from Alessandro Calori's shot. Into the second half and Abbiati's first big scare, but Andrea Filippini's effort went just wide. Brescia continued to create chances with former AC Milan playmaker Roberto Baggio edging closer to the opening goal. It eventually came at the other end. First though, Milan hit the back of the net after a messy scramble, only for it to be disallowed. Andrei Shevchenko caught in an offside position. That incident was soon forgotten though, as Spanish striker Jose Mari blasted Milan into the lead on 68 minutes. That's only his second goal of the club's disappointing campaign. Brescia immediately responded. Baggio's brilliance from set pieces had Abbiati on his toes, and it wasn't too long before Carlo Mazzone's team drew level.